Welcome back to the benefits of breathwork. This is our last class. We really appreciate that you've taken this journey with us. In the previous videos, we covered the mechanics of breathing. We touched on the many health benefits of proper breathing, and we practiced some very simple techniques that create a state of balance and, among other things, allow for a calm, vivid concentration. In addition to the in-the-moment times of stress, breathing practices can also be practiced more formally. So we're going to bridge into that formal practice by looking at some really simple guidelines, some postures, as well as begin a practice called alternate nostril breathing. In Sanskrit, that's called Nadi Shodhana. Okay? So here we go. Although formal breathing practices can be done at any time of the day, if we're going to look to do a formal practice, there's a couple guidelines to look for. First off, we want to have an empty stomach. So it's best to do these practices 4 hours after eating a meal. That means for most people, morning time is going to be best. Second, it's important to wear loose clothing. So clothing that doesn't restrict either the stomach or the chest. We want to allow for the stomach, the belly, the chest to have that optimal expansion. Seating postures. There's a lot of different postures we could choose. The most important thing is you choose one that best supports a straight spine, allows for that expansiveness in the belly and the chest, but also one that's just comfortable for you. So that could be sitting on a chair. That could be sitting with your rear end a little bit elevated so that it's higher than your knees. So this chair is a little bit low. I would like to sit up a little bit higher if possible. We could also sit in a half lotus posture, or we could sit in my favorite, which is called virasana in Sanskrit, or hero's pose. We'll demonstrate just like this, but it could be in a chair, it could be cross-legged, it could be half lotus. Often breathing practices are done by manipulating breath with the hand. Either hand will work. I'm gonna choose my right hand, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna support my arm with my left hand. It sounds a little strange, but if we do these practices for 15 or 20 minutes, 10 minutes even, the arm gets tired. So supporting it with the other hand kind of allows us it prevents fatigue. Often we'll see recommendations for thumb and ring finger, and we'll do the practice with these two. If you want to use your pinky finger, that's fine, but we'll talk about it with the thumb and the ring finger. Again, either hand. A lot of people like to have their hand curled. I like to outstretch my two fingers and rest them on my forehead. And that allows me to remind myself not to create tension in my forehead. Either way is fine. If the nose feels blocked, we can use a tissue, try to blow your nose. We could use a neti pot, try to clean the nasal passageways. Or more simply, I like to just try to pull away the sides of the cheek with my hand as I do the practice. And that's really helpful if the breathing feels blocked. So with this physical foundation, we're ready to practice. Let's try it out. Find a posture that's right for you. And again, try to create a happy, relaxed state of mind. Allow that awareness of the breath to bring us present in the present. And enjoy the wonderful qualities of being present in the present. That stress and anxiety just melt away. Tune into the movement associated with breath. Recognize how the belly and chest move with the inhale and exhale. And now make the mind a little more subtle by trying to recognize which nostril is more predominant. Which nostril has more air going through it? For me right now, it's the left. And take a moment. How does your mind feel? Now, use your right hand, pressing your thumb against the right nostril. We'll breathe in through the left. Closing the left nostril, we'll breathe out through the right. And continue like that. Breathing in the right and out the left. In the left and out the right. Continue like that on your own pace. Don't need to force anything. Don't need to add tension. Just relaxed breathing, present in the present. And now, as we did before, begin to slowly count the length of the inhale and the exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't matter how fast or slow you count. It doesn't matter what you get to. Just notice the breath and count duration. Inhaling through the left. Exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right. Exhaling through the left. We'll do 3 more rounds. Again, make sure you're not clenching your jaw or creating tension in the face. Just relax. One more inhale, one more exhale. And release the hand. Now notice, is the breath still dominant in the same nostril, in the same way? Has anything changed in our breathing? Through this brief practice, do you feel more balanced? I do. The breath has equalized a little bit through both nostrils. And what about your mind? Okay, and now relax. This is the beginning of the journey of pranayama. It's a remarkable practice. It's supported by thousands of years of literature and a lot of modern scientific investigation. So let's do a quick review. In this course, you learned 4 simple techniques, using breath as a method to become present in the present. We learned the physiological sigh, the double inhale, And the extended slow exhale as a very quick method to initiate the relaxation response. We did box breathing, where we're trying to equalize the length of the inhale, the pause, the length of the exhale, and the pause. And that's a very effective method for maintaining states of wakefulness and energy. And then the practice we just did today, alternate nostril breathing, another super powerful practice for bringing balance into the body. And these are just the tip of the iceberg. There are dozens of breathwork practices we can learn and use these to improve our physical health and our mental health, and to prepare the mind to access, like I said, deep states of meditation. Many of these powerful practices are described in great detail in the Hatha Yoga Pradipika, which is probably the most famous text on this subject. And if you'd like to learn more about this 500-year-old text and the many Hatha Yoga practices in it, I invite you to join the Yoga Studies Institute, September 20th to 29th, for a deep dive into that topic in the course, the Hatha Yoga Pradipika. Find a distributor in your language by visiting yogastudiesinstitute.org. I hope to see you there.